After nearly 10 years, actor Sooraj Pancholi has been acquitted from the attempt to suicide case that had been slapped against him in the case where actor Jiah had committed suicide in 2013. I'm joined by Sooraj Pancholi's lawyer, Mr. Prashant Patil. So, almost 10 years have gone by. What was the first reaction when the court really, the moment the judge ASI, the moment he said, I actually did not see any reaction on him. What did he tell you? Did he tell you anything?
See, the human element is very painful. A young boy, when he was 20 years old, was put behind the bars in a fake case. That too, when he lost the person whom he loved the most at that point of time. He was in jail for a month. The 10 years has been so painful for him. Every day there was a hanging sword on the neck. He used to come to the court on every date. He has not skipped a single date. With folded hands, he used to go down to the court and request, my lords, please conduct the matter on a day-to-day basis. He moved applications. But on every date, there was a delay tactics played by the complainant. Now, fortunately, he has been relieved. But nobody can give back his 10 years.
So, is there anything that you're planning now? Because as you yourself sometime back said that the entire evidence in this case seemed to be planted. There were the important witnesses who could have been brought were not brought in. Why do you think that happened? Really?
Since day one, I've been saying this, that the investigating agencies and many other witnesses are involved in planting a fake case against Mr. Sooraj Pancholi. We'll wait for the judgment. If the Honorable Court has relied on these arguments, then we'll be able to talk in detail. But after the judgment copy in hand, we'll analyze what the Honorable Court has said and then initiate the further action.
Why do you say that the evidences were planted? Why were some important witnesses not brought in? Why did that happen?
See, there was a doctor by the name of Dr. Anandpal Singh who had, according to the police, according to the CBI, treated Jiah when she attempted to commit suicide initially. Now, that doctor was an important witness because he said that she was in depression, according to him. There was a witness by the name of Moin Beg who helped Rabia to pull down Jiah's body when on the incident of 3rd June 2013. He was not examined. There are many such witnesses.
Why do you think they were not examined?
Because that were damaging to the prosecution story. They would have told the truth. And since day one, the modus operandi has been to suppress the truth.
So what about the alleged suicide note that was there? Why did that not help the prosecution case in any way?
First and foremost, it is Rabia Khan's testimony before the court which says that this is not a suicide note, according to her. Secondly, when the police raided the premises on the date of incident on 3rd June 2013, they looked for a suicide note which they did not find any. 4 days after the incident, somebody comes up with a so-called suicide note. Now that suicide note does not carry anybody's name, it has not been signed, it has not been addressed to anybody. No allegations. But the important aspect is the Central Bureau of Investigation, the diary through which the suicide note was seized or the notebook through which the suicide note was seized and the so-called suicide note was sent to the Forensic Science Laboratory for an handwriting expert opinion. The handwriting expert opinion came up saying that the author of the diary, the author of the notebook and the author of the suicide note are the same. So during trial, the main witness in the evidence has admitted that the handwriting in the diary and the notebook is hers. Then what remains in the matter?
So it was not even a suicide note. Absolutely. And there were witnesses who could have been brought in who were not brought in. But as you say that they would have supported your case and it would have been anyway been an acquittal what it was already. But what is it now that Sooraj Pancholi is planning to do? We have seen for the last 10 years because of having to attend the court hearings every day, he could not really have concentrated on his work, could not go. Now, what is it that you're planning now? What is he planning to do now?
After the order of judgment, like whatever judgment we have been delivered with, we'll go through the order. After that, we'll take our further course of action, whatever we are planning for.
You will.
Yes.
So according to Prashant Patil, who is the lawyer representing Sooraj Pancholi, if there is something that is written which could favor a case wherein they can go ahead and prosecute anyone for planting these evidences, if the court has actually said something to that effect, then they are planning to do so, but they will wait for the detailed order to be out in this case. With cameraman Sunil Vidya in Mumbai, Vidya for India Today.